Hi, evening everyone. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we can. Go ahead, George.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is George Nekwaya. I studied at NAST where I obtained my bachelor's in civil engineering. I'm now at Brandeis University in the US pursuing my MBA with a focus in data analytics as well as innovation and strategy. I'm joining in tonight from the startup nation of Israel, Tel Aviv, where I'm a business development intern at the data science startup that deals with providing analytical solutions for financial institutions. They are basically the Netflix for financial institutions like banks. If there's one thing I do miss about home is food like kapana. So let's get straight to the problem. Toby sells kapana in the location. He's frustrated by the inefficient process of getting his payments into his bank account. Despite there being safety concerns around dealing with cash, he still opts to receive his payments that way. Well, not anymore. With new changes with the banking regulations and infrastructure, sellers like Toby can now receive payments seamlessly with a few easy steps. By scanning a QR code, entering an amount, Toby can now receive payment directly into his bank account and build and track his credit, allowing him access to financial services such as loans that were previously not eligible or qualified for. With existing mobile wallets, Toby has to embark on a journey to multiple ATMs from each issuing bank. He faces a lot of losses along his journey, from taxi fares, purchasing airtime, requesting for pins, as well as withdrawal charges. With what we do is that we reduce the time it takes for Toby to receive payments into his bank account, a process that would take normally about an hour to a fraction of a minute. That's 120x in value creation simply by being a verified user on the Buffr app. Our unfair advantage is high technical expertise. We have a technical partner in India that has years of experience in development of technical products. While we are pre-product, we will leverage on collaborations and various forms of media to reach our customers. We capture value in two main ways, non-interest income as well as interest income. We'll use an agile approach by releasing our products in stages, leveraging on feedback from users as we grow and scale. So this is our team. As I said, I'm George, I'm the hero, I'm the CEO. I drive the vision and mission of the company forward. On our team, we also have Evan. Evan studies with me at Brandeis. He's doing the Masters in Finance program with a focus in Fintech. He is our Chief Operating Officer and ensures smooth operations and people management. We also have with us Pablo Hamata. Some of you might be familiar with him as he's been featured in a few articles in the Namibian Brief, where he shares his expertise on cybersecurity. We also have a global advisory board spanning across the USA, India, Israel, Namibia, as well as the UAE. We are looking for investment, design partnerships, as well as collaborations with financial institutions to provide localized services and to grow within the space. Our ask is for a minimum of $550,000 US, which is roughly a bit over 10 million Namibian dollars that will go towards R&D, product development, as well as design. Thank you for leveling up with Buffr, and I'm ready for questions.
Thank you so very much, George. Any questions from our angels?
Yeah, thanks, George, for that. Obviously, I understand that your pre-product. But maybe what I failed to understand was the product itself. I don't know, maybe I just didn't get that. So what is the product? What problem is it solving that currently exists in Namibia? And I know it's a payments product, but what exactly does it do?
Okay, thank you for your question. So the product is a payment platform in the form of a web app as well as a mobile app. We allow payments to be made seamlessly by having USSD payments as well as QR code payments for merchants, sellers. On the slide, we have a mock-up of what the app would look like. We have a multi-sided business model where we have sellers on one end and consumers on the other end. Other features also includes intuitive money management features where people can then get to have access to wealth management from the convenience of their phone. The problem it's solving the lengthy process it takes sellers such as Kapana merchants to get their payments safely and securely into their bank accounts. A process that takes over an hour to go to each of bank's ATM, redeem the vouchers, and then go to their bank to deposit the cash. We are now able to, within seconds, have that directly deposited into their bank accounts and help them build credit, allowing them access to more financial services.
Thanks, sir. So there's a follow-up question. So who actually collects the cash?
So with the new changes with the regulations and financial infrastructure in Namibia, there will be interoperability between banks, and we will build on top of this infrastructure to seamlessly facilitate these payments. So the merchant will have a QR code that's unique to them, and the consumers will scan the QR code or enter their unique user ID and make the payment directly into their bank account.
Okay, thanks.
So there's no handling of physical cash, everything is done digitally.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, George. I have a question. My question is, who are your competitors in the Namibian landscape? I think I see the banks here.
All right, competitors in Namibia. Hello? Yep. Competitors in the Namibian landscape include existing banks, existing banking services, as well as existing loan providers.
Sorry, and then my follow-up question is, how do you intend to take a market share from them? So, yeah, I guess, or is it like a value add on top of what the banks are already doing?
Okay, we have a multi-approach. One, as we expressed, is that we're looking for collaborations with financial institutions to enhance offerings to the communities. And we see it more as like, on one side, there's competition, and we will do our market penetration by collaborating with institutions that do activations. We'll also have collaborations with municipalities, such as the ones that own the open markets, where you have a lot of informal vendors operating there. We will then be able to make sure that these vendors get to safely and securely transfer their payments or their earnings into their bank accounts.
Thank you, George, for the presentation. So if I understand correctly, your clients would have to have bank accounts, right? But what about, for example, Kapana vendors that don't have bank accounts?
So for Kapana vendors that don't have bank accounts, we are considering having a virtual wallet. We are just going to make sure about the requirements in terms of like actually holding cash on our platform instead of just facilitating the payments. But there is accommodation for such vendors in consideration.
Okay, we have one more question from an angel joining us online, Ms. Asteria Pirola. How is what you are building going to compete against Flutterwave, a payment platform coming from Nigeria, and has recently partnered with Microsoft to compete in sub-Saharan Africa, including Namibia. George, did you get that? Should I repeat?
I got it. I got it. So we will leverage on our broad network and technical expertise. I did do industry research on payments around Africa, as well as other competitors that are Paystack, that actually came from Nigeria to South Africa. We are having those in mind, and we do have strategies to compete against them. However, our focus is also just to really focus on getting it right first in Namibia by addressing the pain points of our local market and grow and expand gradually, and respond to threats from competitors. Did you get that?
Yes, well received, George. Any other questions, Angels? All right. Thank you so much, George. Thank you for your pitch. Please do
All right,
join
thank
us
you
on
very
the
much.
street.